Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Manchester Memorial High School for tonight's NHIAA Division I Boys Basketball matchup between Division and Crimson Tide of Concord High School and your Manchester Memorial Crusaders. Let's meet tonight's starting lineup first for the visiting Crimson Tide. At guard, a senior number 1, Javette Nduwayo. At guard, a junior number 3, Derek Ramos. At forward, a senior number 4, Alan White. At guard, a junior number 10, Brett Tuttle. At forward, a senior number 12, Gabe Wheeler. Offense led by head coach Tim Latorre. And now, the starting lineup for your Manchester Crusaders. At forward, a senior number 3, Kelly.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to Memorial High School for today's Division I NHIA matchup between the Crimson Tide of Concord and the Crusaders of Memorial. I'm Kyle Heavey with Manchester Public Television, and it's a pleasure to be with you on this 13th of February, 2024. Along with me is Mr. Zach Johnston. Zach, you were able to see this Concord team play last night against Central. 2 nights in a row of traveling down to Manchester, and we're going to have a heck of a game in store. Both teams needing a victory, and well, here we go with the opening tip-off.
Yeah, Concord battled Central well here, but they fell short 67-45. They struggled with turnovers, severely holding on to the ball, and getting the ball into the front court was definitely their biggest struggle, and definitely getting shots to fall was also a struggle for them as well here. But they'll start with the opening tip-off here. It's Derek Ramos with the ball here. And an immediate turnover. Right as I called, here's Joliker getting the start tonight for Memorial. What might be one of, if not his first, Twite off the backboard, and then he had a dunk last night at Central.
Okay.
And that was one of the only positives for Concord in that game, when they took at least a 2 or 3 point lead and then never had one again for the rest of the game. So when they can get the momentum on their side, they've had chances to be able to take leads. They just don't hold on to them very well. There's Gomez, the freshman, in the corner, and he drains the 3.
What a splash right there. Nothing but net right there. No rim needed, and, well, back and forth we go. Both teams getting a lead early in this game.
Brett Tuttle with the ball. He's defended by Joliker. Back up top 3 from Ramos. Won't go. Twite snags the rebound with some pressure down low, and it falls.
Well, defensive rebound seems to be the issue so far in the opening minute for Memorial. So hopefully they can get down low and get some of these rebounds, because Concord's second chance points have been the answer. But that's another way to answer, is points back the other way. Jack Brooks is obviously a very talented player for the Crusaders.
He's been able to be the man when the Crusaders have struggled with depth here. There's Ramos.
A little
Won't
Euro
fall
step
there. And Kellen Kay trying to rip it away, but they will call off. That'll be on Ramos. He'll pick up his first foul. Our referees tonight are Sean McNamara and David Greenwich, as Memorial Athletic Coordinator Jordan D'Onofrio does the public address announcing here at the Bronstein Gym. Here's a little handoff to Gomez, swinging it back to Brooks. Fakes out Twite, tries to go down low, will travel. And we can tell from up here, Kyle, that he took an extra step there.
Yeah, he didn't buy a ticket. He got to buy a ticket before you got to travel, and make sure you bring your passport too, which was not brought. But
little bouncer up to Brett Tuttle now. Twite hits the deck here, can't hold on to the ball. That was into Wyo, rather. Jeff head into Wyo here, and a bounce pass down. Brooks down low, can't get it to go, and that'll go out of bounds. It'll be Concord ball.
That was a tough one, a great little dish, and just wasn't able to get the points there, but still a 5-4 lead. And we got a substitution here already with Jack Brooks taking a seat.
Yeah, Joe Lawal will sub back in for Memorial. Little bouncer as Concord has struggled to get the ball to the front court there, and they struggle again, but they hold on to possession here. Twite one-on-one on Kay, and he gets a good move to get around him. And they turn it back over again into Wyo's shot misses, and he falls back. Basket won't go here, but Concord takes a 6-5 lead here. LaValle with a nice pass, a little too high there to a Joe Lawal. He couldn't bring it in. It goes out of bounds. So another Memorial turnover here as they are losers of their last 4 to Spalding, Keene, Nashua North, and Portsmouth. They have hit a rough streak here, Kyle, and I said before the game that they haven't been the team they were since they lost to Central.
Yeah, it's been a weird second half of the season here where they started off so hot, looking like they were going to be in the top 5 for Division I.
They made the Queen City Basketball Tournament Championship, lost to Bedford, but in that tournament it showed that they were really capable. And yeah, they've just had a really weird second half. They've had their players struggle with ineligibility. And there's a foul here, but with the ineligibility, we've had players step up, like Jolliker coming in from JV getting the start, as well as Jake Ornelas had the start against Nashua North. So their depth guys have been brought challenges here, and we'll have free throws here for Concord, as that is Cade Weaver at the line as the foul went on Gomez.
Needs a little bit more arc in his free throws as that hit the back iron and came straight back out.
Yeah, if Concord does not want to, if Concord doesn't want to repeat what they did against Central, any chance that Memorial gives them, they have to take. If they're the team they were last night, they'll still struggle to hold on to the ball. Jolliker down low, the shot goes, and the sophomore looking for the three-point play here. As he replaced.
That's playground style.
He replaced
right there.
Yeah, he replaced a player. I think it was the BG game. He came up and has kind of just been swinging since. And I'm unsure if he started against Portsmouth, but if this isn't his first start, it's one of his first. As he will miss the free throw, keep this game tied 7-7. Here comes Tuttle. That's off of a Joe, I believe. And Twite tried to shoot it. It got deflected here. Scramble for the ball. Lawal has it. Will send it up to Kay. In stride to the lightning bolt LaValle, and a nice bounce pass to Gomez, and it falls.
That was not the cleanest style of basketball, but that worked really well with that layup. Both teams having some issues, but Concord.
Weaver, floater, and it won't fall. Pulled in there by Lawal. Down our near side to Jolliker. Back to Kay.
Kay spinning around.
He's been really mobile tonight. Jolliker wanted the ball but didn't get it from Gomez. I'd say that was the right play. Hold on to the ball.
Loving the color in Gomez's shoes.
Devin from the top. Jolliker trying to get something going here, and a dish back to Kay at the top of the key. He's defended well by Tuttle here. Concord unable to, or Memorial unable to find an open man. Concord with good defense here. Nearly stolen there by Twite. A Joe. Offensive foul.
Yeah, he went a little too tough, and props to the Crimson Tide player who stood his ground and was able to get that foul called on Lawal. So sophomore, that's only the second foul for the Crimson Tide through the first 4 minutes and 3 seconds.
That's tough when you're trying to get somebody open and you don't even get to go to the line. You get an offensive foul. So Memorial, on what looked to be great coverage there by Concord, is forced to commit an offensive foul. Jack Brooks comes back into the game here. That'll be big here for Memorial. Here comes Twite one-on-one on Lawal, and he gets it to fall.
Great move right there, going up with the left hand. Looks like he was going to go really to the left, and instead he just went more to the right and able to get that layup to tie up the game at 9.
Back even. Brooks up top to Gomez. Twite almost took it away here. LaValle wanted a 3. He takes the floater and will rattle around, no good. Brooks tried to pull it in. I think he might have hit that off of J.P. Donovan, and it goes out of bounds. So Crusaders will hold on to the ball.
Love to see Devin with get that jump shot down. It was smooth looking. It had a great arc, but it just rattled out.
Gomez off the inbound, down low. Doesn't get the friendly bounce here in the wall. Trying to lay it in, he does.
You don't need teammates, you got yourself. Does he get the assists and the points on that?
It's a good putback there. Memorial back up on top here by 2. Nice deflection there. Ball up in the air. Nundawayo, that'll go off of him last. It'll be Memorial possession.
That was a good.
So here comes, yeah, keep going.
Good amount of volleyball right there being played to tap that ball up in the air. But taking a seat will be Gomez.
Bori coming back into the game. Off the bench here. One of the most explosive playmakers on this Memorial team here. In the corner now, down low. It's stripped away from him there by Dwight. There goes Nundawayo. He takes it himself and lays it in over Brooks. That's a tough task to try to get a layup over Jack Brooks, who's got a really long wingspan.
Yeah, he's definitely got some height, and he makes us feel short. We're pretty tall guys out there for,
I would say.
Commentators up here.
Bori travels, or
it's going to be a foul, actually, Zach. So
actually, it'll be a foul, I think, on Concord.
Yeah.
I thought he traveled, but that must have been because of Tuttle's foul, so we'll see an inbound here from Devin LaValle.
Straight up sticks on the board, 11-11.
Oh, it's going to be a hard task to get it out here. It'll be a kickball violation, so we'll come back and have another inbound.
Appreciating that, getting a chance as I'm looking over at the coaches of Memorial, and assistant coach Bazoin is not pleased with the team not being able to get this ball in cleanly.
Into the corner. Stolen there by Dwight. He wanted to get it to Jolliker. Pulled in there by Sam Iranzi. And
wow,
another turnover.
2-on-1. And now a foul will be called on the Crimson Tide. And they have to be careful. That's their 4th foul. And there's still another almost 2.5 minutes left in this opening period.
We are still knotted up at 11. Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. 2:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Memorial versus Concord as Jolliker will check out. So now they got all upperclassmen on the court here. Bori, Lawal, LaValle, Brooks, and Kay. LaValle back up to Brooks, trying to drive down low. Floater, rimmed it. Bori snags the rebound and commits an offensive foul. Dwight sold that pretty well here.
He really did. I don't know if he's going to get into acting after high school, but that was a great ability to just take that hit and fall really down. LeBron James would be proud.
Yeah, he definitely would. Selling calls, Marcus Smart too. Selling calls is a big part of basketball.
It's not my favorite part of sports overall.
That goes off of LaValle, scramble for the ball. It'll go out of bounds off of Dwight.
He was trying his best to get it away, just could not get the handle on it, and out of bounds.
Gallagher will come in here for Memorial for Lawal.
So losing some height with this, but Gallagher certainly has a good shot, and so this final 2 minutes, let's see if Memorial can get something cooking here.
Gallagher defended by Donovan, gets it back up top to Brooks. He takes the 3, shorts it, and will go out of bounds.
That was
Brooks rarely misses that
yeah,
bad.
I was gonna say that was surprising to see how off he was on that shot. He really did not put enough power into that, and it just barely scraped the front rim.
He was money in the championship game of the Queen City basketball tournament.
Unfortunately, Bedford was too.
They were, yes. That was an electric game to watch as they won that handedly, but being able to be here for that atmosphere, and you know, this place was rocking here. It was full of Bedford and Memorial fans.
A lot of the fans here with Aroma Joe's Energy Rushes I'm looking down at.
Those things are pretty good.
They are pretty good, so.
Inbound here, Donovan pulls it back into the corner. That's a Ronzi from 3, and he shorts it, and Brooks will pull it in.
Wow.
Down to our near side, here comes Bori. Good defense here by Nundawayo, tries to get around, floats it back to Gallagher, and it gets batted away, it seemed, and Kay takes it away, and Gallagher gets it to go.
Woo! A lot of work being put in there.
A lot of work, like you said, and these two teams have struggled to hold on to possession, and we've seen a lot of panicking and, I guess, scrambling for possession here as the foul is called. Concord ties this up immediately.
That was a great job, and now with the N1, I have a chance to take back the lead with 51 seconds to go in this opening period. And now both teams with 4 fouls, so both have to be careful, as next thing you know, we could be shooting free throws a lot early in this contest.
That's off, and Donovan tips it with his hand, but down the court goes Borey. Gallagher down low. He gets it.
Go.
Another basket there from Gallagher, 15-13.
Great vision by Borey right there. Just played cool, calm, and then, yeah, just found his open teammate and able to get that point.
Aranzi down low through traffic, doesn't get the friendly bounce here. Under 30 seconds left in the first. 15-13 Memorial. Looking to add to their lead here with Brooks bringing it down. A bounce pass into the corner for Gallagher. Wanted it, didn't go for it. Nice pass there, stolen there by Jaffet Nduwayo. And he lays it in. That's it looked like a good pass there, but Nduwayo did a great job to steal it here. Memorial trying to get the last shot before the end of the quarter. Borey off the rim. Concord might get this one. Nduwayo with a long shot that hits the backboard.
It almost looked like he got fouled on that too, but it was not called. And what a great first 8 minutes of this game, Zach. I'm very impressed with Concord. I figured they'd be a little bit tired after playing down here against Central yesterday, but they seem like they are wanting to get this victory here.
Yeah, Memorial has been a little, I guess, deflated with their recent struggles, losing 4 of their last 5, their last win coming against Dover here on their home floor. So, like we mentioned before, they've been really, they've been deflated since they lost to Central, and Central has taken a lot of their passion to their positive as well, beating Concord last night. But Memorial looking to
1-7 in their, 1-8 in their last 9 games. So
really, yeah. And their last, that was just Dover. That's all they got. So.
Or 1-7, excuse me. Let me do the math better here.
Yeah.
That Dover win was pretty good. I think we were here for that as well. At least I was for that game. So trying to get some more victories here, and we'll see what can happen here as they have now a couple days off after this to get ready for a tough Exeter team
they
on
got
Friday.
It, Exeter Friday. Tuesday they got Timberlane, who is the only team lower than Concord in the standings. They are in the basement.
Well, that's one way to have a senior night.
Yeah,
Let's see if I have that on the calendar for next week. I think that's an important game to see.
Seniors are Kellen Kay, Malachi Koida. Is that it? That might be it.
I'm going to have to rethink things with that, as I have the Central game that I have listed. But
Borey floater shorts it. They got a lot of juniors, this Memorial team does. So they'll have one heck of a senior night next year.
Which you'll be a part of.
Yeah. Kellen Kay pestering. Brooks hits the deck. Aranzi did a good job to get the ball back. Travel.
Oh, my
That's tough. Twite doesn't agree with it there. It looked like they had a free basket after that. Great effort there from both teams to try to get possession here. 15 even for both teams to start the second quarter.
A lot of Tommy points on that play, but no points needed. And we'll see what Memorial can do here.
Gallagher with a good move. Bounce pass in stride to Kay. And the shot goes and the foul.
Yeah, he is running away, so the points, it was a charge, Zach.
Oh, really? I think I was looking at the wrong team clapping. Must have been.
I mean, I followed the basket go in, and
yeah,
both players on the ground, but to see the way that he got up and ran was a sure sign. And he's going to take a seat on the bench and is not pleased right now.
Gomez checks in for him. Down our far side, Gallagher and Borey trying to get up on Tuttle. Wow, he throws it right off of Gomez. Gallagher trying to get to the ball. Twite off the glass, shorts it, gets his own rebound, and it'll fall.
Oh, just the deflected right back to a Crimson Tide player, and you hate to see those points for Memorial given up.
Borey gets it to go.
But then he returns with that.
Yeah. Good return, and we're back even, 17-17. Stolen. Borey is all alone and lays it in.
Well, timeout by Concord. They're not pleased with what has transpired here over the last few seconds here as they're just looking at the player that they're going to pass the ball to, and it's so easy. It's almost like a safety in football. You're just able to intercept it, and look at what Bory was able to do with 2 consecutive passes, and now Crimson Tide with a 2-point lead.
Coach Latorre using one of his 30-second timeouts to stop play here as he has kept his team in this game real well, down just 2 to Memorial here on their home floor. Coming up for Concord, they've got Friday versus Windham and the next Tuesday against Salem, looking to climb out of the bottom of Division I standings with Memorial tonight and those future opponents.
Yeah, I just was, for a Concord squad, I just think of always being pretty good in most sports. It's a weird season to see them not doing so well with only just 1 win versus Winnacunnet.
6 seniors, 5 juniors, 1 sophomore on this squad for the Crimson Tide as that gets pulled in and rejected there by Bory into the backcourt. Tuttle with the ball. Nice little pass here, Aranzi. Lays it in, and we're back even.
Boy, no one's wanted to really get it. I think the biggest lead has been 2 points.
Might have been, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised here. Gallagher from the corner back to Jolliker. Bory's 3 rattles off the rim. No good. Down goes Jaffet into Wayo. Into the corner. Aranzi tries to get around Gallagher. Top of the key. Weaver, deep 3. No good. Right over. Twite gets the rebound.
Concord doing a great job on the boards, both offensively and defensively. Coach Bryson has got to be get into these guys' heads to try to get this ball.
Memorial has struggled with rebounding. That's been one of their issues this season. Jolliker with a coverage here on Aranzi. Back to Wayo. What a nice bouncer. That's good there from Alling Twite.
You expect him down low to have more of an issue, but he's able to just get a little bit of an opening and looks good down low with a couple of baskets there.
Gomez wanted it, gets closer, and tipped in there by Bory. I've heard people around Division I basketball say that Joel Gomez could end up being one of the top players in the state here for Memorial with the talent he has, being a freshman on varsity playing well here. Here's the steal there from Gallagher. Bory over to Jolliker, and it goes.
Well, there's a 4-point lead here for the Crusaders, I believe. Or no, it's only 2.
It's only 2. They were trailing. Pass goes to a ghost and goes out of bounds as Concord will turn it over. Ornelas and LaValle coming in. Gallagher and Gomez will take a seat here as we're seeing Jake Ornelas for the first time here in this game. Another late addition calling up to this varsity squad. He's a sophomore, class of 26. Big body. I watched him play in one of the JV games and was wondering why he didn't get the call up, because he had dominated down low against weaker competition here. Great to see Coach Bryson and the rest of this team give him a chance here. Bory's 3 does not go and is pulled in by Wayo. He'll bring it up for Concord down our near side.
You put in the work, you do all the little things.
Corner 3 cashes in for Concord. That's Brett Tuttle.
And now they take back the lead, so whew.
Real back and forth here. And we've seen some thrillers the last few games we've done together, Kyle.
We certainly have. A lot of West last week, but getting away from them for this week to check out some other teams. And glad to see you're able to talk Central and now Memorial.
A little bouncer into the corner. Twite. Bory will, I think that'll be on Bory. He tried to, he was a little too aggressive trying to get that. He'll pick up his second personal foul. I was going to say first. I just wanted to make sure, and I was good to assume that wasn't his first. It is his second.
And the second foul for Memorial. No fouls for Concord. That's impressive since they played halfway through this second period. Trying to get things going here.
Jolliker. And they will call him.
It's going to be a
blocking foul.
Wow.
Illegal screen. on Jake Ornelas. He is number 25. I have him as 23, so I'll change that.
Yeah, it's been tough to, you get the roster and then they bring these players up, and not all of my numbers match right now. So doing what we can here with rolling with the punches.
on the spin cycle, and it'll go.
Boy, that washing machine was on tumble right there and able to spin around.
Memorial down 3 here, pulled in by Borey. Ornelas receives the pass from Borey, back over to Brooks. Twait tries to take it away from him. Good move there by Brooks. Into the corner. LaValle faking it, back out. Borey can't get it to fall. Brooks wanted that in the corner. He was open. Here goes into Wyo.
And a foul on that, Zach, which gives them a 5-point lead. I thought, yes, there we go. My math was questioning things with the scoreboard operator a little slow, but, she got it squared away.
And now that'll miss. Luckily, the rebound taken by Brooks there. That could have gone bad here for Memorial.
Zach, you were ready to say that was in.
Yeah.
It was halfway down before it decided to rattle out.
Brooks off the back rim and rebounded there by Twite.
And again, every single Crusader is already just about back and not even trying to rebound.
There's a 3 from the corner. Joffin into Wyo. 31-23. Timeout, Coach Bryson.
8-point lead for the Crimson Tide. Possibly their biggest lead of the season here. And Memorial has got to get things squared away as they had the lead. It's been a 10-0 run here for the Crimson Tide. And, well, Coach Bryson has got to make sure that these guys start rebounding. It's crucial.
It's starting to get frustrating from a perspective of they're in the opportunity, able to get possession, and they just can't bring in the rebounds. And they got out-rebounded against Bishop Girton and lost. And I wasn't able to catch that Central game, but I bet they got out-rebounded. And when they lose, they get out-rebounded and they're unable to hold possession. And they know Concord has turnover issues. So both these teams' possession problems are really their kryptonite, and it's showing here for Memorial down 31-23 here. 2:06 left to go here in the first half. Zach Johnston, Kyle Heavey on the call here for Manchester Public Television, as it'll be brought up here by Memorial for Dylan Jolliker.
And I do like to see the young players for Memorial, but now it's really they got to play as a team right now.
Ornelas, top of the key 3, shorts it. Off the hand of Borey, taken there by Donovan. He'll move it up there to Cade Weaver. Into Wyo. He floats up a 3. Not good, rebounded there by Weaver. Second chance. No. Third chance. Donovan back out.
And just right there, Zach.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just get the rebounds, and you're going to have a chance to get possession and
down
score.
The baseline. Here's a 3. That's good. Brett Tuttle, and that's gotta hurt here for Memorial.
11-point lead, a 13-0 run for the Crimson Tide. And the fans around us are pleased to see what they're doing here against a team on the bubble trying to get in the playoffs, still Memorial.
Jolliker, a nice pass over to Brooks, and he missed it.
Look, it wasn't even.
These teams Memorial just seems discouraged. And Wyo missed it. And Borey will get the rebound. Less than a minute left to go here in the first half. Borey, full speed.
That's an and one right there.
There we go. That's what they need.
They really, and now if he can make this free throw, get something going here. 46 seconds to go, but free throws are easier said than done.
Gomez in for Ornelas.
See what he can do. A lot of bounces here.
Concord coach is calling for a big rebound here. They don't get it. Borey missed it and can't get his shot to go. Second chance. Off. No good. Another turnover. Brooks, Batzer, Gomez. And that gets blocked out of bounds. Memorial ball.
Well,
Borey out. Lawal in. And Jack Brooks seems the most displeased out of most of these players here by the way his team is performing here in this game. LaValle into the corner. The ball down the baseline, spinning it, and he overshoots his pass over to Brooks. And Tuttle blocked. Second chance, good there from Elaine Twite. 17-16 left to go here in the first half. Memorial down 36-25. It's been a real great second quarter for Concord. Joe, they got to get a shot off here. LaValle trying to get some space. Brooks got it off. No good. So an 11-point deficit here for Memorial at the end of the first half. What are your, I just wrap it up, Kyle, for this first half. What are you thinking?
I would not want to be a Crusader in the locker room right now. The way that they just fell apart in that second period, there's going to be a lot of discussions about how to get back into this game. But we will get some score updates on each players, and I know Bori has to have at least 8 points is my guess. But we'll take a break here from the Bronstein Gymnasium. Kyle Heavey and Zach Johnston for Manchester Public Television. Back after this. As the final seconds tick down for halftime, we are back and better than ever here at the Bronstein Gymnasium. Zach Johnston and Kyle Heavey from Manchester Public Television. A tough second period right there. Memorial outscored by 11 points. And are now down by 11 points as both teams are tied up at 15 starting the second quarter, but a big period for Concord, and we'll see what they can do here to start things off in the second half, Zach.
Yeah, led by Twite with 16 and Indawaya with 11.
And we got a quick foul here, and it's going to go on. That's a tough one right there. Kellen Kay is third. Zach, he was not in there for most of the second period due to foul trouble, and now to have him get another one early.
Yeah, he's one of their best players, a senior. One of two with him and Malachi, who has not entered the game.
That's been a surprise, too. Expected to see him a little bit. And they got lucky there. Both free throws missed and able to get the rebound. So dodging a little bit of a arrow, I guess you could say.
Bori on a bouncer. Gomez, Bori off the handoff, down the baseline, throwing it. Brooks lays it in. We saw him just 2 points, and we saw a call for the ball several times, and he didn't have the ball in his hands that much. But when he does, especially down low, he converts.
And I want to see some aggravation types playing, like, you know.
Oh, just like that. Just like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can see that he's got that fire, and it's just you got to get that fire to go. And I see why he's upset. It looked like he had snapped that, and it hit the foot of the Crimson Tide player. And
oh, great pass. Twite, like a receiver, but couldn't fall. There goes LaValle, the lightning bolt. Nice pass into the corner. Brooks, got it. Yeah, they're gonna run. They're gonna run through him.
You have to get him going. He's a huge part of your offense.
That's got to be the game plan. Coach Bryson went over in the locker room during halftime. They got to feed. Here's a three from Ramos that rattles off the backboard, and it goes in on the rebound there from Elaine Twite.
I mean, what can he do? He's been phenomenal now, 18 points. And the thing is, he's been in the right spot to get a lot of these rebounds and get these points. So
especially with Memorial struggling to pull him in. LaValle wants a three. That's off, pulled in there by Kay. His shot misses. And another no-point possession there for Memorial. Down goes into Wyo.
Weird turn of events right there, but now Memorial. Brooks.
Got it. Big three there for JB. He drains it. Concord takes a timeout. And now they know what the game plan is here for Memorial.
7 points right there for Brooks, and you can see the high fives. The energy is starting to change here for the Crimson Tide, but they are still down 6, so they still got to keep this hot hand going as the cheerleaders are jumping for joy right now and seeing that their boys are starting to play here.
Getting it going here, down just 6 here. Third quarter of action. Memorial looking to climb back from what was a rough first half, especially a rough second quarter.
Yeah, it's definitely not what they expected, but through the first minute and 43 seconds, it's been Memorial who is really taking control. But again, you got to claw your way back.
The inbound will come from Cade Weaver. We've seen mostly the same players come in for Concord that I saw last night at Central. Van McIver's the only one at the top of my mind that we haven't seen yet here in this game from Concord now. Into why I want to bounce her right to Twite. They've been working much better here than they did last night as they've made great adjustments from their loss. 67-45, they fell to the Little Green. A little pump there from Kay. Back into the corner. Bori lets one rip, and it'll toilet bowl its way in for 3.
Boy, it was a flush that needed to go down for sure.
Call it a royal flush.
There we go.
There goes into Wyo. Trying to get it to Twite, and it wouldn't fall here.
That was
big possession here for Memorial. Bori won't fall, pulled in there by Kay, but it gets taken by Nduwayo here, and they'll call a foul. They'll call Gomez. That's just his second, and he'll come out. Bololo will come into the game for the first time.
There we go. I've been wondering what's going on without seeing Christian out here.
So Christian has returned. He's back out there with Bori, and that's huge for Memorials. This is their regular starting 5 on the floor. Brooks, Bololo, LaValle, Kay, and Bololo.
Who knows? It could have been a missed practice. It could be grades. We don't know exactly what it is, but
yeah, I'll just call it ineligibility. Down the baseline, or excuse me, down the far side goes Bori. Bounce it into the corner. Bololo is ready to get going here. Pulls up, rattling off. And down goes Tuttle, and it won't fall. Pulled in there by Bololo. He's a great threat when it comes to rebounding, a big physical presence. And to have him back is big here.
I didn't like that.
In the corner, Brooks, and it won't go.
For the Crimson Tide, that last possession, they had no need to rush that. You didn't have a single teammate around. You went into 1-on-3, so hopefully they can.
Ramos's 3 rattles off. The ball is up in the air, and we'll have an inbound here from Memorial. Foul will be called on Cade Weaver.
Crimson Tide still up 7 right now, Zach, and we're almost halfway through this third period, so.
Concord wants to stop here.
Just
Here's
looking for their
LaValle, yeah.
second win of the season here for Concord. They're really playing for a lot of hope. And
here's a fast break. Here comes Nduwayo. Up, and it'll go. Bololo wanted the block, and he was real close. 44-35, Concord leading here. As Malachi Coita's ready to come in for the first time. Bololo missed it. Gets his own rebound, hits the floor, turns it over. 2-on-0, another dunk from Elaine Twite. He did it last night and he does it again, but this time his Crimson Tide are up big here in Manchester. They're up 46-35 on Memorial. Timeout, Crusaders.
the fans here that have traveled down from the capital city are pleased to see that dunk and also putting their team up 11 points, and Coach Bryson calls a timeout, a full timeout, to try to get things squared away as, again, Crusaders had started this quarter looking very good with Jack Brooks scoring 7 points, but now things have settled down, and really, again, going back to the rebounding, you've seen a lot of Crimson Tide offensive pushes started just from the rebound and coming the other way. Don't know if Memorial can get things squared away as they biggest lead of the game right here for the Crimson Tide, and they're looking pretty pleased right now in this timeout.
Well, we'll see Malachi come in here for Memorial for the first time in this game here as players that were on the floor when Memorial were their best early, and even those guys have struggled to be efficient as of late here for this team. So even when they got their normal guys out there, they just can't play to their competition.
Both teams have scored 10 points so far in this period, too.
Deep three is off from Bori. Brooks couldn't bring in the rebound, and he'll get called for a foul.
Yeah, it was kind of a mixture of I lost my balance slash frustration of not getting that rebound, and you know, can't
That's just
say
his
that.
first. That's just Jack's first foul.
Long
Oh
pass.
boy, into Wyo. Oh, and he gets hit there by Bori, smacking that ball hard as Ndawyo hits the floor. I think did they call a foul? No.
Wow. All ball in that was very vicious, but
Wow. That was a great steal there from Bori. Not a steal, I guess a hit out of bounds. And to the line will go Cade Weaver.
yeah, Malachi kind of was boxed out and just tried to flex his muscles a little bit to try to avoid that easy layup, and now it's going to be a free throws here. Not a lot of free throws, I guess, in this game, if you think about things, Zach.
Yeah. As Weaver shorts it here, we've had our fouls, but not too many free throws.
And Concord did start off the period with 2 missed free throws, and see what happens here. As able to make the second one, so now a 12-point lead for the Crimson Tide.
Man, this has just been rough here for Memorial. They can't seem to establish an offensive identity, and that was the takeaway I had last time I watched Memorial play against Bishop Girton, and they lost that game. LaValle looked like he wanted to go to the corner, but Brooks wasn't there here, and Twite knocks it out. And
Great athleticism right there.
it was. He can really jump. We've seen him dunk.
Consecutive nights in a row for
Yes.
you, Zach.
I knew it was going to happen again. I had a feeling with the way Memorial was continuing to turn the ball over. Koida bounced it, and Memorial's going to hold on. Bololo back over. Sends it, floats it, gets it. 10-point game.
Memorial got to go on a run here. That was a great basket, but now they got to get this defense working a little bit more here.
They got to slow Twite down.
That's a one task in itself.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough challenge for them, especially with Jaffet and Ndawyo out there as well. Concord's got some playmakers searching for their second win here. Oh, they're going to call maybe a reach in there on Bori, as he was trying to knock that one away, as Joliker will come back in for Bori.
That's tough right there, Zach. That's 5 fouls, so they'll be shooting free throws for the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is a tough spot, third quarter. And to know you're down 10.
Haven't seen Kay in a while since he I think he fouled early in the quarter, and Coach Bryson took him out.
3 fouls early in
Yeah.
the second half is a tough spot to be in. And what are you supposed to do when you need them for the fourth to at least have a chance?
Concord trying to hold on to their lead, and they do with free throws there from Brett Tuttle, a junior guard. Joliker, high pass pulled in there by Bololo, and he tried to get it to Brooks, and it's stolen here. Fast break. Is he going to do it again? Twite will lay it in this time. 2 points nonetheless. It's 51-37 in favor of the Concord Crimson Tide. Standing on business here at Memorial. LaValle, Joliker, back to LaValle.
And for Concord, I mean, look at arms up, ready to go, trying to block any passing lanes.
They have come to play, and Memorial hasn't.
And
Timeout.
Coach Bryson was just getting agitated that nothing was going right for that possession. And now to be down 14, you got to get all the points you can for the rest of the way. And don't mess up on possessions like that where you've had the Crimson Tide steal the ball the last 2 times on this end of the court.
51-37. Memorial just falling short time and time again with their possessions. It's just been a frustrating start to this game here. They got 1:51 left here in the third, with the fourth quarter coming up after.
At the same time, there's still 8 minutes, and we saw them already before go on a good run to start this half. And now let's hopefully the play call that they wrote up right here will be perfect to get them back in the game.
LaValle Back to Brooks on a bouncer, LaValle. Back to Brooks, deep three from him is off. And when he was hot, they cooked well, and that's what they did here to start the third. And then, if you recall, Coach Latorre calling a timeout, and they slowed Brooks down, and foul there on Koida. It's another one, and Memorial just in foul trouble as Joffett will go to the line.
Well, thankfully, it's only his second there, Zach, so that's a huge win in a lot of ways.
Especially with your team in the bonus in the quarter, you only really now just have to worry about personal fouls. And you've got a handful of guys already in that trouble.
15-point lead, it was possibly 16. And yeah, look at that, Zach.
Oof. This is not the Concord team I saw last night. And this is not the Memorial team I remember watching in the first half of the season. So these two teams playing different basketball than they're used to, and there's a turnover there from Bololo. Aranzi, and it's swatted towards the Concord bench by Christian, and a frustration rejection.
I miss doing that stuff right there, Zach. That was always, timing that shot and getting your hand on that and just setting it all the way almost to, the bleachers is a huge thing.
Lobs it up, Aranzi pulls it in. Koida takes it right away. Memorial needs a big basket to try to get themselves going here. Koida, it won't fall. And there goes into Wyo. Aranzi lays it in.
We might be looking at a 30-burger here from the way things are going with him. He has been red hot this period as well, going into halftime when he already had 16 points.
Jolliker into the corner. Brooks chucks up a three, and it falls. Nothing but net there from Jack Brooks. You can tell as the net is a little discombobulated there after that three here. 15-point lead here for the Crimson Tide. Up 55-40, less than 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass over to Tuttle on a bouncer now. Aranzi gets it, lays it right in over through the contact.
That was pretty, Zach. That
Yeah,
was
it was. Trying to get a retaliation basket here. Brooks.
Don't know if he's good in geometry, but that was a great arc on it.
Into the corner. Koida's got to shoot it off the back. And a late shot that wouldn't have counted anyway. Ends the third quarter. 17-point lead here for Concord. Wow. This is looking to be a huge upset here for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, this is not what we're expecting. I see a lot of people getting up and actually taking off at this point in the game. Obviously, there's still another 8 minutes to go, but the way that they're seeing things, they might want to get home for dinner or whatnot. But it's been an interesting thing. Is they lost to Merrimack by 30. The Crimson Tide did, and what was the score last night?
67-45 they lost.
Yeah, so right now to have 57 points, I'm quickly looking at their season as overall, and the highest they've scored is 69 when they faced against Goffstown, losing by 2 points. So they could best their high score for the season here with the way things are going. For Memorial, they started off the season with their highest total of the year with 79 points versus Nashua South, but the way things have been, again, it's a tough loss there to Spalding, 70-68 back on January 26th, and now is their chance to try to get things going. A long three.
Jolliker missed it. Big rebound there by Borey. And a foul.
That's what I was trying to wait to see if that was just a block shot or if that was a foul, and yeah, he'll be heading to the free throw line.
Big free throws here from Borey. The fans have just been quiet. Not a lot of student representation here in this game, as I've noticed. Borey at the line. I guess it's easy to say more students were here when the team was winning, and I guess that's obvious. And this team has hit a rough patch.
Yeah, it's not what Coach Bryson was hoping for, as he got his 1,000th win, I believe it was, just a couple weeks ago.
Both free throws missed from Borey, but Memorial will get the ball back.
or maybe 100th win. I'm not sure which one it was. I know that there was a celebration for him, as it was a big thing. And
they're going to call that Concord ball after further discussion. So bringing it up here is Brett Tuttle for Concord. Into the corner. Weaver on a bounce pass. Malachi got his hand in there, but Weaver gets it back. A little underhander. Tuttle trying to drive by Borey, trying to find a lane. And they'll call a foul
on Borey.
That's his 4th, and he didn't even start. So is he coming out here? I don't see anybody getting ready to come in here for Coach Bryson.
They're looking down the line, and who's next? Big block.
Malachi with a big block here, and he
gets hugged.
Yep,
that's going to be a foul on the Crimson Tide.
So it'll be a foul on Twite here. That's only his 2nd. Wow. He's played a real clean game today with the way he's been able to score and have just 2 fouls here in the 4th quarter. Big praise to Lane Twite. Gallagher passing it back. Jolliker moving it over to Kay. Back into the game here. It's Kellen Kay. And is this going to be? It will be on Jaffet.
Well, that's 3 fouls, Zach, in a matter of 45 seconds. And that is huge if Memorial can make this free throws, if the Crimson Tide keep fouling like this.
Well, we'll have an inbound from Jolliker. No free throws yet, as they'll send it over to Borey. Trying to pave a lane here. 3 from Gallagher is short and is received there by Tuttle. Tuttle falls, loses his footing, and he pulls the ball in, and a
Concord timeout was called.
Yeah,
it's got to just be a 30-second. I guess it's a smart move. I guess when you have a 17-point lead, you want to keep the possession. And actually, it's going to be a full timeout. So,
ooh, interesting. Normally, the possession timeouts are just 30 seconds, but they'll burn a 60 here to be able to talk stuff over. Up 57-40, a 17-point lead.
I'll give some cheerleaders some love here as they're jumping and trying to get things going here. As don't know how many seniors are on that. As looks like one of them might have hurt herself on that jump as she's wincing a little bit, but it's okay. They're still part of the basketball atmosphere here at the Bronstein Gymnasium. So
you got the last unified basketball game coming up on Wednesday, the 14th. So I'll be excited to be able to watch that one.
Yeah, Valentine's Day, and why not celebrate it with some sports? It's always a fun thing to do. As we didn't think that this game was even going to happen the other day.
Yeah, it looked like that there was going to be snow causing school to be canceled, and I of course got my hopes up that I would have had a snow day, but we were able to come down here and do this game as Memorial has hit a wall, down 17 to the 1-13 Concord Crimson Tide.
I mean, you got to remember, Zach, it was tied at 15 after the first 8 minutes.
They battled in that first quarter real well. Inbounded right into Wild, blocked there by Gomez, and stolen. There was a good pass by Kay, but Tuttle even better able to jump up and snatch it. On a bouncer over to Aranzi, floating it, gets it.
19-point lead, but coming down the other way. Borey's looking strong, fast.
And he shorted it, and it pulled in there by Gomez. LaValle pumping, trying to get Twite. Corner 3 is good from Kellen Kay. He drains the corner 3. 16-point deficit. Memorial needs a turnover, and they'll get a foul called on Joel Gomez.
Yeah, he is not pleased with that. He didn't think that he did really anything wrong. But David Greenwich says otherwise, and that is the 3rd foul on Gomez and the 2nd overall for the period.
Underwire with the ball. Bounced over to Twite. Borey playing good coverage on him, and he missed it. Great defense there by Borey. Down goes LaValle. Trying to make a move happen into the corner. Borey down the baseline. He goes. Reverse layup. No good off the hand of Gomez. And a foul. That'll be on Borey. It will pull up his opponent in a good form of sportsmanship. We'll see the foul will be on Borey. He'll come out for Brooks. Nope, maybe. Yes, there we go. I couldn't tell. Man, it's rare to see Danny Bryson sitting.
He's cannot be pleased with the way that his squad has played tonight. They've been outworked in a lot of different ways, and for Concord, they're so happy right now. This is like one of the biggest wins of the season for them for sure.
It could be one of their only wins. They've only beat Winnacunnet. Kay down, trying to lay it in, and he won't. But a foul called.
And that is huge. That's a fourth foul on Kellen as he gets up, and he's kind of holding his elbow. So, I was hoping that he could get hot here for the last 5 minutes and 55 seconds, and unfortunately, that's a tough foul. And a little sweat on the court right here that they're trying to make sure that no one slips on. We saw that in the West Milford game the other day.
We sure did. Here's a corner three from Weaver that is off. Jolliker, deep pass there to Brooks. Hauling it in, goes back LaValle, open three, good! Drains it.
All right, here we go. Just down 13. Starting to make some threes,
Turned
and now
over.
big steal right here.
Gomez, LaValle right where he hit the three to an open K, and he gets it to go. Timeout Concord.
And Zach, that brings it down to just an 11-point lead, and this is what we're hoping to see, a comeback here for the Crusaders. But Concord still has plenty of time to keep this lead going. But
what substitutions do you make if you coach Bryson? Do you bring in a cold Bololo and a cold, or maybe not a cold Bori, but I think they need Bololo's presence out there right now.
at the same time, you're starting to get some threes hit by LaValle and Brooks, and at the same time, you got some players in foul trouble here.
Right.
So one more foul on Kellen, and he's going to be out of the game.
I think Bololo has got something to prove here, and he's going to, if he ends up coming in late in this game, he's going to make a big impact here on here for this team here, as he will not re-enter. And they'll stick with LaValle, Jolliker, Kay, Brooks, and Gomez.
They're going to put the pressure on, the full court press. You can see that Brooks is basically playing the safety, while
You got some linebackers.
Kay and Gomez are sitting there as defensive backs.
Yes.
And then LaValle is sitting up there as more of a linebacker, D-line type situation here. So Concord's got to.
Donovan, yes. Donovan on the inbound. He'll get the ball back. Jolliker pressing up there. It's two into Wyo. They move it into the front court. Last night they would have turned it over. Tonight they've held on to the ball much better here. Jolliker trying to take it away there from Tuttle. Into Wyo. Over to Tuttle, getting around Brooks, and they turn it over in the paint. It's taken there by Gomez.
Patience, waiting for Concord to do something wrong there.
And LaValle lost it. Uh-oh. Here comes into Wyo, and he got it. Gomez really wanted to hit that one off the glass. Jolliker to LaValle. LaValle down low. Oh, and Kay missed it. He was wide open. Great pass from LaValle, and he couldn't get it to fall. And Coach Ray Boucher is in distraught, as well as Coach Bryson. They needed that bucket, and Kay just off there. That's a backcourt.
Well, huge that you've been able to get two different turnovers in various ways. But again, you can't.
Oh, here comes Christian. Right on cue. Not necessarily right on cue here, but he's going to have a big impact coming in here. Jolliker comes out. Great job by Dylan coming in, starting this game to the best of his ability here as a sophomore. Stepping in real well when this team has needed him now, as Bololo will come back for hopefully the last five. He'll stay out. Here comes Bololo in the corner. Down the baseline he goes, trying to get something open. Corner three, Brooks. Oh, he doesn't get the lucky roll here. Gomez puts it back. Big bucket there for Memorial.
Finally getting some rebounds there. That's a huge win in my book right there, to finally see them getting down low and catching the ball. And now,
oh, that's off of Kellen, as that will go out of bounds off of Kellen. Concord possession. Down 11, Memorial, 4 minutes left to go here in the final quarter regulation. We're coming at you live from Manchester Public Television. Zach Johnston and Kyle Heavey on the call here tonight on this Tuesday evening, in which was projected for tons of snow. We got none.
I saw some flakes, Zach. I think I saw 4 flakes today.
They're calling for 4 inches. We saw 4 flakes here as hard foul, and Brooks will get called for it, and Bryson is.
That is the
chuckling.
5th foul, so now the Crimson Tide will head to the free throw line for the last 3 minutes and 56 seconds.
That's tough down, and now having to work around being at your foul limit, man. It's going to be a tough task for Memorial, and they've put themselves in this situation.
They were down as much as 19. They're just down 11. Let's see what the second free throw can do to make it a dozen.
Yep. Malolo will bring it up. They need quick points. Brooks turns it over. Taken there by Weaver, back to Tuttle. Gomez staying with him on the man-to-man coverage, trying to knock it away. He gets double teamed. LaValle picks him up. They need a turnover. They don't get it right here. And Dewey down, throwing it to an open Twite in the corner to Aranzi. Taking it up and laying it in. Big points there for Concord. They're trying to sneak away with their second win of the season, and upset the Crusaders. Down low, Balolo laying it in.
And we got a timeout.
Did the
by
points
Coach
count?
Bryson.
The points do
Points
count.
counted, but at the same time, for this last 3 minutes and 21 seconds, they are doing a good job on the defense, but it's really been a rush on offense. If they can just kind of slow things down, again, I know it's a 12-point lead for Concord, but if Memorial just needs points, and you're doing a good job, put the pressure on Concord, and they're either going to do well or they're going to fail. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, down 12. Like I said, they've put themselves in this spot, and they just seem deflated, and they haven't come to play, and they haven't come to play in their last, this could be 5 straight losses for them.
Yeah, it's, again.
They could fall to 6 and 9. That's just, it's disappointing to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, woo. Camera almost fell, but able to catch that in time.
Spider-Man over here.
I saw it. Thank you to the fans in the area. So try to get things squared away here. He's still got it on the court here.
We could do a little radio-esque broadcast there for camera word of malfunction.
There we go. All back and better than ever.
Our heart rates had probably gone up on that more than this entire game here with our very expensive piece of equipment.
Coming down.
Aranzi from the corner doesn't shoot it. Takes it back to Tuttle.
And smart move by Concord. Don't take the shots. Kill some more clock. You know that they got to follow you eventually.
They're definitely killing clock. And Tuttle will be pestered here, and they'll call a foul on Christian.
Tough spot right there. The ball had gotten away from him, but now a foul called, and we'll have a free throws here, Zach.
Yep. Team limit for Memorial. Tuttle at the line.
Well, that killed 25 seconds on that possession here. And smooth like butter right there on that free throw.
Number 2 coming.
And shorts it.
Oh, they're going to get the rebound. Memorial needs the ball here, but Concord will keep it. Here's going to be some tough practices coming up for Memorial. And Brooks fouls. He fouls Aranzi.
Well, let's see how many fouls that is. That 3 on Jack? I'm trying to.
I think it is. It is. You've been good at predicting numbers here. As when we cut, Kyle predicted that it was 8 for Boring. He came back with 8.
Pay attention enough when you got all these things going on in your head, catching cameras from falling and everything.
Aranzi can't get it to fall. Yeah, you can add camera catcher to your resume now. Jack of all trades.
Not really the steadiest area in the stands.
I would say that is the case.
It's definitely a little bouncy, but.
And not another rebound. They forgot they're going to get the ball back. And Bryson is just distraught over there. And I don't blame him. I'm kind of doing the same thing. Brooks tried to take it away here. Tuttle on a bouncer over to Weaver. Concord doing a great job spacing the floor here. And that'll be Concord ball. That goes out on Brooks.
Again, they've just killed a minute of the clock, and Concord hasn't even scored a point. They've just had possession, and it keeps going out of bounds or there's fouls called. That is a huge win for the Crimson Tide right there. But now a turnover here.
Brooks over to LaValle, pumps it, takes it down the baseline, throws it into the corner. Kay will shoot, rimmed it. Rebound put in there by Gomez.
Well, gets it back to 11, Zach.
2 minutes left. Foul there by LaValle. Clock will stop at 2 or 3. It's going to be a long 2 minutes and 3 seconds here, Kyle.
Well, Concord is not always making their free throws, and that's keeping Memorial still in this game, even though they
don't get the rebounds, though, when they miss them, though. They have really struggled with grabbing the boards after the last free throw misses. I mean, if I'm Coach Latorre, I'm keeping that in mind, thinking, I wouldn't purposefully miss this last free throw, but if they do, they're going to have a great chance to out-rebound him here, but they only got 2 guys over there, and they still get the rebound.
That's exactly what you're talking about, Zach.
And that'll be out of bounds. Don't see you touch that last here.
Well, it's staying down here, so it looks like it's going to stay with the Crimson Tide.
Man.
119 seconds
Talk
to go.
about finding a flaw and picking at it is what Concord has done to Memorial. Out-rebounding them. And good move there by Tuttle to get around Memorial, trying to force a turnover. And Aronzi on a bounce pass back into Wyo. And there go Memorial, a 3-on-1 rush here. Bololo will lay it in.
And Gomez kind of landed awkwardly on that pass.
10-point deficit. Anything's possible. That's Twite. No shot foul, and they'll.
But again, because of how many fouls.
Yeah.
Zach, you got to remember, I was talking about Concord. They had made 3 fouls in the first 45 seconds. They have not had a single foul since.
Yeah, they've kept out of foul trouble. That's one of the reasons why they've been able to hold on to their lead here. As it would be a gut punch if Memorial can't get this rebound if this final free throw is missed here from Elaine Twite. Well, it'll roll in.
Sinks it, though.
You don't got to worry about the rebound, but you're giving up a point. Bololo into the corner. Memorial trying to make them get out. They're waiting on a miracle to come here as that's laid in there by a Joe Lawal checking back in now. Single point deficit. Trying to force something. They'll throw it over. Do you think Concord viewed as Memorial as the easier opponent in favor of Central?
You play to win every game.
Yeah.
And, whatever they saw in Memorial, they've really done well of, seeing what they need to do to get this victory. And, well, the lead's only 9, and
now it's 10. Back to double digits here. You would think, Central in the bottom 5 of D1, continuing to outplay Memorial even when they're not going up against each other head-to-head. And that's how important that Memorial Central game was and how impactful it's been on Memorial through the rest of the season. They had a much better start. They played much better in the Christmas tournament. But that head-to-head matchup has altered the season for Memorial for the rest of their games.
Zach, you got to remember they started 5-1.
Yeah, they did.
A lot of whistles being blown
54 seconds left, 69-58. Crimson Tide leading the Crusaders.
Crusader foul on number 10, Jack Brooks, his 4th personal, team limit.
Oh.
Brooks at his 4th. Tuttle back at the line here for Concord.
Looking at the standings here in Division I basketball, a big win obviously for Pinkerton on Friday nights as they were able to take over and beat up on the Bedford Bulldogs.
Bololo back over to the wall into the corner. Gomez lets one go, drains it.
And look at that, a timeout by Bryson. And it's now down to a 10-point lead here, Zach. And if they can start drilling some of these threes, who knows what could happen here.
They just got to hold on to the ball here, Kyle. That's been their struggle, is retaining possession. And that's what Concord struggled with last night. They just kind of passed it on. And Concord, I guess, played their disadvantage to their advantage, knowing what it takes to beat a team that has turnover issues with themselves. Because they kind of, when you turn the ball over, you beat up on yourself. And now they know what it takes to beat a team with turnover issues and rebounding issues. And that's what Memorial's been through the second half of their season. And a huge props to this coach, Tim Latorra, and the rest of his coaching staff, finding Memorial's weakness and just really exploiting it tonight. And they are less than a minute away here from a big upset.
Yeah, this will drop them to 6-9. And they were right at the bubble with Goffstown, Alvern, and Dover all at 7-7 to possibly get a better spot in the playoffs. So you're not having to, if you get in, having to face off against a Pinkerton or a Nashua North. And Trinity, another Manchester team.
They've been playing real well.
10-4.
Them and West have really represented Manchester real well here, playing real well to start their seasons. As be an inbound here from Weaver. And when will we see another foul? Not yet here. Good movements there from Tuttle, getting around. And there's the foul.
Killed some valuable seconds off that clock right there. And now heading to the free throw line. Found like a broken record in some ways, but, well, what else can you say when they're able to go to the free throw line with 3 minutes and 56 seconds left in this game.
When I said that it was going to be a long 2 minutes and 3 seconds, they've proven me right here, as it's been a while since I said that, and there's about 33 seconds left here in the quarter. 73-61. Letting the ball roll now, LaValle. We'll bring it corner. Gomez, good pass over to Brooks, trying to spin away there. Floats up a three. Tries to bank it off. And that will do it. It looks like it. No, maybe?
I mean, they still got to get across now. They're going to foul there.
That'll go on Lawal.
And he's apologizing. He didn't mean to. Wasn't any intent to hurt.
No.
But obviously, this is one of their better free throw shooters that we've seen over the last few minutes here. And sinks another one. So, boy, this is such a huge win for Concord right now. To coming down here 2 nights in a row to the Queen City. And now we'll see if Manchester can get one more shot to.
No, that'll. Joe pulling up, drains it.
Wow. All right. Well,
it's a 10-point loss for Memorial. As one of the biggest upsets of the year, Concord gets their second win of the year here against Memorial as they drop to 6-9. It's been a fall from grace here for Memorial. They will take on Exeter on Friday. And back to Concord will be the Crimson Tide facing Wyndham. That's all from me. Kyle, take us out.
Yeah, man, that was a good win for Concord, a tough defeat for Memorial, and they'll try to get things going again. For Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lahr, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick, for Zach Johnson, great job on the call tonight. My name is Kyle Heath from Manchester Public Television. It's been a pleasure to be with you. We'll see you again soon. Have a great night, and thank you for watching Manchester Public Television.